What's up guys, it is I, once again, MR.GAMER 990, and today guys, it's going to be a very special episode for my channel because I haven't done a video game review in a very long time, so I thought why not do a review on a trilogy of games, the third of which I just got done playing, that trilogy being the God of War series from episode 1 to episode 3, or just simply God of War 1, which was released in 2005, God of War 2, which was released in 2007, and God of War 3, this one right here, which was released in 2010. And there's an upcoming God of War 4, which I really can't wait to play, and that game looks so different from the God of War trilogy, as well as Ascension, which I did not play yet. I don't think there's a need to. God of War 4 looks like it's taking a different tone, a different style compared to the God of War trilogy, including Ascension. It will have a more Norse mythology type feel as opposed to the Greek mythology feel we got when playing the God of War series. I can't wait for that game. Besides not having reviewed a video game in a very long time, the last video game or video games I reviewed both in one video, which was a dual review on Team Eco's Eco, which was released in 2001, and Shadow Colossus, which I believe was released in 2005. Both of those games are among my top 10 favorite games of all time. I really love them, and because I played all three of the God of War games, all three games play out as chapter 1 to chapter 2 to chapter 3 in the story of our main protagonist Kratos. Kratos being the ghost of Sparta. Kratos is a very interesting character. Now, while I don't like Kratos all that much as a person, I do sympathize with him and I do understand why he does what he does, that being wanting retribution against the gods, specifically Ares in God of War 1, Zeus in God of War 2, and of course Zeus once again in God of War 3, along with all the gods in Olympus. In God of War 3, Kratos actually fights all the gods in Olympus. They include Hades, Poseidon, Helios, and so many other gods I can't even begin to name. You can actually add a list of names to Kratos' hit list because Kratos takes down every god, every titan, anything that comes his way in his path for retribution against Zeus and all of Olympus. He will take them down one by one, and Kratos, guys, is a wrecking machine. This guy is a monster unleashed. I cannot believe or imagine why they gave this guy the power of a god. I'll explain as best I can for you guys and gals the plot to all three of the God of War games from chapters 1 to chapters 2 to chapters 3. In God of War 1, which comes in the God of War collection, which I got right here, Kratos was once a Spartan general or a Spartan soldier who is fighting alongside his Spartan brothers against a rival nation before he and his army are near defeat, and they've all fallen, his brothers. And with Kratos suffering from defeat and near death itself, he calls for the aid of Ares, the God of War himself, to assist him. Ares, being the mighty God of War, comes to the aid of Kratos in return for helping him and giving him the strength to defeat his rival nation. He asks Kratos to become his general, his ghost of Sparta, if you will, and Kratos has no choice but to obey Ares, his master, the God of War. It's not long, however, before Ares betrays Kratos, and Kratos vows revenge against Ares, the God of War. The only way to defeat Ares is to unlock this box, the box of Pandora. The box of Pandora has the strength that Kratos needs to defeat Ares, his once master, now bitter enemy, in Mortal Kombat once and for all. In God of War chapter 2, Kratos becomes the new God of War as the successor to Ares, the previous God of War. Kratos has ruled among the gods in Olympus for a time before he goes to the aid of his Spartan brothers. Kratos is told by Athena, the daughter of Zeus, to not interfere in human matter, but Kratos does not heed her word and he charges straight to help his Spartan brothers, but at the cost of his godhood. The one who decides to remove Kratos of his godhood powers is Zeus himself, the king of the gods. Zeus does so by taking the blade of Olympus, stabbing Kratos Kratos through his abdomen and thus removing his godhood powers. And with Kratos being cast down to hell, the domain of Hades, the brother of Zeus, he vows vengeance against Zeus and all of Olympus. After much struggle, Kratos finally escapes from hell. If Kratos desires retribution against Zeus and all of Olympus, he must find this blade, the blade of Olympus. To obtain the blade of Olympus, he must seek out the Sisters of Fate. They are the sisters who decide the fate of humanity. In God of War chapter 3, Kratos finally obtains the blade of Olympus, and after he freed all the Titans, including Gaia, after Zeus killed Kratos in God of War 2, Gaia has resurrected him in God of War 2 once again, and to repay the favor for resurrecting him, Kratos decides to free all the Titans. After Kratos has freed Gaia and all of the Titans, they ascend to Mount Olympus where all the gods lay, including the king of the gods Zeus, and the ultimate final battle begins. The ever so vengeful, hateful, mighty, determined, fierce God of War, Kratos, against Zeus, the king of the gods. Guys, gals, honestly, these games are so good. I really can't compliment this game, just how good they are based on the gameplay aspect to them. Now the story, it has its ups and downs. What can I say about the story, guys? I mean, for one, you have Kratos, our main protagonist, and like I said before, I don't relate to him in any way, but I do sympathize with him and I do understand why he wants revenge against the gods, including Zeus. My biggest issue with Kratos is how he achieved his revenge against Zeus and all the gods. After Kratos has lost his wife and child due to a massacre that happened in God of War 1 because of Ares, his beloved wife and child were among the villagers of the village that Kratos attacked. Kratos killed his wife and child in cold blood, and because of that, he has nothing left to lose. He cares not for the lives he has to sacrifice to get to Zeus and to get to all the gods. It doesn't matter whether on Earth or Olympus, Kratos does not care about the lives of the innocent. That is my biggest issue with Kratos. There is so much about Kratos I don't like. Guys, gals, honestly, I don't get Kratos. I understand that he wants revenge. I wish that Kratos would take one moment with his father, Zeus, have a cup of iced tea, talk things out, but no. For Kratos, all he knows is blood, guts, vengeance, and gore. If you guys and gals have not played the God of War series before, it is so violent, so gory as hell. Here's a fun story for you guys and gals. The one who actually introduced me to the God of War series was actually a very close dear friend of mine who's also like my big sister. I won't say her name, but she is one of my closest, dearest friends and my big sister, and she lives in Madeira Island in Portugal. I really love her so much. These games have so much nudity, so much violence. I was so confused as to why my friend, my dear beloved friend and big sister, loved these games so much. I thought she would feel uncomfortable because of the nudity, the violence, all that kind of shit, but surprisingly she loved these games so much. I'm happy for her because I enjoyed them too. Just like my previous video game reviews, I won't talk about the gameplay all that much. All I'll say is that I love the story kinda. You guys and gals should play the God of War series for the action, for the hack and slash aspect to it. If you guys and gals are a fan of the hack and slash action genre, I do recommend that you play the God of War series. They're all so good. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe if you wish, and do check out my movie slash anime slash television channel where I talk about movies, television, anime, etc. Thank you guys and gals once again for watching my review on the God of War trilogy. It was very hard to review these games while describing the plot. If you guys and gals notice how I'm talking so fast in the majority of the review, it's because when I talk so much and I get so hyperactive, I can't stop myself from talking, but I'm gonna stop right now. Thank you all for watching. I love you all so much, and until next time, peace out, take care, adios, amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.